Hello, Just Too Good here, and I have a very special review of the new LEGO Friends Central Perk Cafe set. Now, this was a collaboration with Warner Bros. And LEGO and me, and I'm going to give my honest opinions in this review. It has 1,070 pieces, 7 minifigures, and retails for $60, where it releases September 1st to celebrate 25 years of the Friends TV show.
Hey, how you doing? Our first minifigure is Joey, and I love the facial expression they got for him, which is a new face print altogether. It just captures Joey Tribbiani perfectly. At the back, he does have an alternate facial expression, which you can see is still a very confident look, and I think that really fits for Joey. And with the man bag removed, you could get a better look at his torso print underneath, which also has printing at the backside. And the set also includes a 2x2 print of a pizza box to go along with that slice of pizza. Rachel is in her Central Perk waitress outfit where she has this little tray with a little saucer on it. And underneath, she has a new torso and leg printing. Her face print isn't new though, it's actually from the Star Wars line originally. It's become pretty common over the years. The hair piece is new in that color though and exclusive to the set, so I really appreciate that. Some more back torso printing and an alternate face where she looks a little peeved. Ross has a new torso print and face print, which captures his essence pretty well. At the back, there's some more torso printing and an alternate facial expression where he has a much more relieved face. Ross's sister Monica has a nice new torso print. Face print isn't new, but it fits really well. Also love getting that hair piece in that color because it's slightly uncommon in that color. Her alternate facial expression has a more stern look on it, and she has some back torso printing. Chandler has a laptop as an accessory, and you can take that off pretty easily. You know how those work, where you could close them right down the middle. Other than that, though, new torso print, new face print, which works really well, and his alternate facial expression, I think, is perfect for the character as well, and some back torso printing. For Phoebe, new torso printing and a newish face, because this was also used in the Harry Potter line in the Beauxbatons Arrival, but it seems like it might have been made for this figure. You can see the alternate facial expression at the back, as well as the back torso printing. She also has her guitar, and I think that's a really nice inclusion because that piece hasn't appeared in too many actual sets. It usually appears in minifigure sets. Finally, we have Gunther, new torso print, but his face print doesn't really fit. It's Luke's from the Star Wars line, and in my opinion, that's probably one of the only flaws with this batch of minifigures. It looks way too young for Gunther.
Moving on to the physical build of the set, this looks gorgeous not only as a diorama or a vignette, but it also has a lot of features that you could swap out things to make it customizable and display it in different ways, which I really appreciate. My only problem with this exterior, which I do like how they gave a bit of an exterior so you could display it from this side. The problem would be that this side, it looks pretty bad, but it's not a big deal because most of the time you're going to be displaying it either looking this way with the beautiful interior or from this opposite side, which you would plop into a LEGO city. One thing I want to note is that they also chose to not only have the in-universe Central Perk, but they have these studio lights as if it was filmed like a sitcom, which is how Friends TV show was produced. The thing with that, I can see that annoying some people, so it's very easy to remove, and you just got to fill in some of those parts there, maybe put like a trash can or something at the 2x2 there, but it's not a big deal, and pretty clever, and I think I like it better with the studio lights on, since it gives that more authentic feel of how they filmed it. Oh, and the actual light part has full rotation and a mini ball joint so you can move it around and position the lights how you'd like. Moving on to the gorgeous interior though, the main part of this build is of course the iconic seating area, and I really love this because not only do you have it in place here, but how LEGO built this used some studs not on top techniques, and they did that so that you could easily remove this platform and have it as a separate display, and you can see how that just kind of fits into place there. For this iconic seating area, there's some really good builds here. One that stands out is this couch, which I really like how they use the 1x1s at the top, and that's a newer piece, and I think it's exclusive to that set in this color. Also, there's some nice studs not on top techniques on the side to kind of get the round finish there. You could fit 3 minifigures on the couch, and that works really well. I'm probably going to take that build and just plop it into a mock if I ever need a couch, because that build is just so clever. Other than that, though, they also have some really cool seats to the left, which have a nice stickered 2x2 on a tile. And there's another little seating here. You do have to align those pretty perfectly to get the right spacing from this little table here. And I do kind of wish for the tables they used a stud finish at the top, but instead they use this disc piece. It makes it harder to put things on there and have them stay, but it's not too big of a deal. Also, this table right here that's in the middle is actually a much better build because it does have some studs at the top, but also it uses studs not on top techniques for the build, which makes it look a little bit more unique. There's a stickered reserve sign, a printed 2x2 newspaper, which isn't exclusive, but still nice to get. And finally, you have this little seat here, which is where Ross is sitting. And it's a simple build, probably the least unique of all these chairs in this area, but still not bad. Also notice how this flooring has some different designs and coloring on the floor to make it like a rug-like design. I really appreciate that as well. But that is it for this very iconic section. Let's move on to the rest of the interior. Either way, to the left of the seating area, I love this panel they have, and it's just a flat panel at the front, but this design has a really nice exclusive print on it where it has different coffee designs. Not really into the world of coffee, but that can be usable in any LEGO City setting. Other than that, to the right, there's a musical stage, and you could have Ross playing piano. I love that 1x4 printed tile, which isn't exclusive. It also just came in a LEGO Movie 2 set, but that's about it. And you could swap that out very easily with this little mic right here, and you could have Phoebe performing. Also, this area is another one like the couch area, where it can be removed and displayed on its own. I like the seat, and I like the carpet design on the bottom. I also really appreciate this Central Perk printed panel, as well as the use of these brick pieces, as I call them, to give it that more modern finish. I also really like the use of these street lamp pieces, and those are actually exclusive to this set in dark green from my understanding. Also, this is the area that leads to the front of Central Perk, as well as a little coat rack, and that has 2 umbrellas in there. You got a pink one and a black one, and a hard hat at the top here. At the back, there's another seating area, which can be easily removed, and we'll show that in a little bit. But there's a 1x4 exclusive print with this tile here, and that makes the service pointer, which I really like how they built that. I also like this 2x2 print at the back, which isn't exclusive, but a nice inclusion. I like this lamp at the back as well, and how that is built using that newer flame piece, as well as these flower pots found throughout the set. And there's a stickered 2x3 that says that live tonight, Phoebe is performing, so that's pretty cool as well. As I said, you could easily remove this seating area here, which just fits into place. And this one is a bit more simple than those other seating areas, but still pretty cool. I like how they give us another carpet design using studs not on top techniques, and they do give us 2 seats as well as this open stud here so you could have somebody standing in the back. So the barista setup is very complex. There's lots of different designs going on here. It's a little bit hard to see since it is in the corner, but you have a cash register, a cookie jar, this whole setup at the back here, and some more cups back here, a little bottle in that translucent dark green, and different things that are just used to make coffee. I'm not a coffee expert. Unfortunately, I'm not really a huge fan of coffee in general. Either way, at the back here, there's also 3 more cups and an entry to the back of the store. The back of the store isn't as bad as that other side, but what I really like is displaying it from this side over here, which this is the area where the music performance was going on, because this one, they actually really made something that you could integrate into a LEGO City. Love this 2x3 sticker of Joey's Japanese lipstick ad. That's actually a nice little reference. Also like this trash can here. And they have a feature where you could reverse this window, and that's the new panel piece, and it just looks a lot better when you push it out this way. So if you're displaying it from the outside, you're going to want to push that panel to the opposite side. Either way, that's really it for the build of the set. Let's take a look at the packaging and then the final verdict. The box of this is really well designed. I love the little references at the side here to different things in Friends. At the back just shows different features of the set. And of course, since it is a LEGO Ideas one, it has that nice opening feature so you can store the set. But if you're going to store this build in the box, gotta be sure to take out the studio lights, and I don't think you could fit it in with the instructions, just from my own experience. Very nice instruction booklet, as expected with LEGO Ideas sets, where you get a look at a little briefing of the Friends TV show, which is really interesting on what LEGO has to say about the show since it is more adult-orientated. Also, the fan designer's interview, which is always nice to see. The LEGO designer. And of course you have it in different languages. At the end, not really any interesting ads, except for the ones related to LEGO Ideas, where it shows a treehouse, Steamboat Willie, and the Flintstones, which are always nice to see. So overall, they did a fantastic job with this set to get different fans of different ages to purchase this one. It's a phenomenal parts pack, $60 for 1,000 pieces, and that's not just a lot of common pieces like the LEGO Classic sets. No, this has a lot of new prints, a lot of new colors for pieces, and fantastic minifigures. Like, I love how each minifigure has at least one exclusive print, and a lot of them have some very usable casual civilian clothes and face prints that work well and look like the actors. The only one that doesn't look like the actor who plays them is Gunther. I think his face is a little bit off, but it's not a big deal. Beyond that, though, if you're a fan of the Friends show, you're probably going to get this because it's the best deal. But if you're not a fan of the Friends show, there's some really cool techniques in this Central Perk interior. I love the studs not on top techniques used in this area here. I love the couch. I love the different builds for the whole barista area. Stuff like that just goes to show how unique this set is and what LEGO did to make this set stand out compared to others. My only other complaint would be that this side here looks kind of ugly, like this wall. But of course, it's a very small complaint because you're going to display it from the front, or if you want to put it in your LEGO City, you can display it from the side. And those look fantastic. And I'm glad they actually put a side here. Either way, I would give this set an A, and I don't have too much else to say. I just am really thankful that LEGO and Warner Bros. Approached me to do this early, and it was a really cool experience. And you guys could purchase this set September 1st if it pleases you, and I'm sure it will because this is a set for all LEGO fans in my opinion. Maybe not the really young ones, but that's not a big deal. That's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.